I'm Dr. Leslie Tay and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we are going to serve up steak with a nice creamy mushroom sauce. All our ingredients today are available from RedMart and they've got their own label. They've got RedMart labeled tomatoes, you can get extra virgin olive oil, milk, even fresh produce. Today we'll be using RedMart label Angus Ribeye Beef. What you want to do first of all is to make sure you pat it dry. This is important because if you have water on the steak will steam rather than fry. This is a ribeye steak. And you can recognize ribeye steak because there's one portion here they call the eye of the ribeye, and then there's this piece here which is the cap. This is the best part of the ribeye steak. This is the most tender. The muscle here is very loose and it's got a lot of nice marbling. So when you cut into it, it's really tender, very flavorful. Depends on what kind of person you are. You might want to start with the best part first and then finish off with the lean part. Or if you're the kind of person who want to leave the best for last, then you eat from this side to the other side. I'm just getting ready all the ingredients before I start frying the steak. So we got some sliced shallots, or you can use onions. This is just chopped up garlic. And you need Swiss brown mushrooms. You give them a quick rinse. So we're using Swiss brown mushrooms because they have a nice earthy flavor that goes really well with the steak. Probably heard it said before that you shouldn't wash your mushrooms. Actually, the thing is you can't wash your mushrooms too far ahead of time. You wash them just before you are going to slice them or use them. Because once you wash the mushroom, the surface becomes very sticky. So just give them a quick rinse before you use them, that's fine. Now it's time to cook our steak. This is a good quality Angus ribeye, so we're going to keep the seasoning simple. Just salt and black pepper. Remember that you need to salt it on both sides. Just a simple salt and pepper will bring out the beefiness. Alright, so it's time to cook the steak. Once the pan is hot, add some butter. The butter will help with the flavor as well as the browning. And then a little bit of oil. This will help prevent the butter from burning. Okay, once the pan is hot, you put on the steak. Once you put on the steak, it should start to sizzle like that. Now, this is quite a thin piece of meat, so it's going to take about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes on each side. So that's we are approaching the 1 minute, so I'm going to start prepare to turn the steak. Okay, let's go. Alright, as we approach the 1 minute on the other side, I'm going to start turning it again. Maybe go for another 30 seconds. Look at that, that's beautiful. So you can use your finger just to have a feel of it. If it feels very soft, it means it's still quite raw or quite rare inside. It should feel a little bit firm and you know that your steak is cooked. And I'm going to just turn it around. Okay, look at that sear, that's a nice sear. And I think that's cooked, so let's take it out. Just put it in some foil and we're going to tent it, okay? And the steak will continue to cook, alright? And we'll set it aside while we cook the mushroom sauce. So let's put in the shallots. Now you see that I'm doing quite a bit of sauce, right? This sauce will be enough for about 4 steaks. We put in the garlic. You're going to turn down the heat a little bit. Just want to sweat the shallot, the garlic. It's taken on all that nice beefy flavors, and then we're going to put in all our mushrooms. It looks like a lot of mushroom, but once the mushrooms are cooked, they actually shrink a lot. Alright, so I'm going to add in about half a cube of the beef stock. This is just some beef stock cube, which I'm going to dissolve in a bit of water. Roughly dissolve it, and then we add it to the mushroom. This is a light cooking cream. Okay, when you put in the cooking cream, as you can see, it will thicken the sauce up nicely and give it a really nice, velvety, silky, yummy, coat in your mouth kind of feeling, right? Okay, I'm going to use this cooking caramel. This is my secret weapon. This thing gives it a nice color. Once I add in a little bit of this cooking caramel, just a touch, maybe about half a teaspoon, really transforms your mushroom sauce into something that looks like you've been cooking it for a long time. The other thing that I like to add is some balsamic vinegar. Just a touch of balsamic vinegar, not too much. You just need to have that little bit of tang in the sauce. Makes you want to eat more and more sauce. Now it's time to serve our steak. Okay, it's nicely rested. The resting time is important for the steak to reabsorb all the juices. All right. Okay, let's just slice up the beef. So you can see the meat is nice and pink, not too rare. So if you want something a bit more rare, you can cook it, say, a minute on each side, right? It'll be nice and rare. So this is a nice medium. We'll serve it with a bit of greens, a bit of mashed potatoes. Now we got a beautiful mushroom sauce, and we're just gonna use it and we're gonna plate it. We're gonna put it on top of that beef, like so. Oh yes, here you go. And there you go, my steak with mushroom sauce. Now we get to eat it. Okay, look at that. This mushroom sauce really goes well with mashed potato. So I hope you can see that you can really cook restaurant quality food if you get your hands on all the right ingredients. So give my mushroom sauce a try and tell me what you think. Happy cooking!